Hi everyone, welcome back to The Shelves Have Eyes. I'm Phantom, and tonight we'll be doing the penultimate set in the Miniverse Harry Potter Potions collection. I believe this one is Murtlap Essence, but let's take a look inside and make sure. And it's clearly Murtlap Essence. So let's take a look in the handy dandy instructions and see exactly what this does. So we have all of our elements here. We have the cauldron, these little stick thingies, purple powder, label for the container. This is interesting. It's actually a container this time, not a beaker or anything like that. It looks like, it actually looks like they just took the top off one of the Honeydukes containers and put it on an oblong vase, maybe from botanicals. I don't know. This one does not come with more candles, thank God. I'm full up with candles here, as you can see. All right, so it looks like here we're going to put the purple sparkly powder into the cauldron, mix it up, put some of these branches in, pour the resin in, cure, cover it, put the gum label on, and then we're done. So let's get started. So I'm just going to move this off to the side here. Move this that we're not going to need off to the side here. That's the third one I've received. And we may use these tongs, so I'm just going to put them off to the side here. We're not going to use this little stirring rod ladle. And this is paper label for potions. So we'll keep that off to the side too.
Butterfingers?
All right, so, oh, that was very satisfying. So let's, once again, we will do all of our mixing in a resin container so that you lovely people can see exactly what's going on. These cauldrons, the cover comes off easily, but then you just get stuck with this plastic film underneath. So how does everyone feel now that we're almost finished with this collection? The last potion we have to make is Wolfsbane, which hopefully I'll have a little bit more lore to share with you guys. This one, Murtlap Essence, doesn't really have a lot of lore, kind of like the last few potions that we've had to make. I apologize for the dearth of lore, but I can only do what Miniverse has set us out to do, which typically is not potions. They're just ingredients. This one at least is something. I mean, it's essentially the same as dragon's blood, meaning that it's an ingredient, but also is kind of by itself. Murtlap Essence. All right, actually, I'm just going to put that off to the side now. So it says that we need to put this purple mica powder glitter combination in. It's very nice. It is extraordinarily purple or violet. I really enjoy the color. I don't know if you can see it, but there's almost a gradation in the bottle from dark purple to a lighter purple. It's very metallic. It's very nice. I like it a lot, actually. I'm taking this off. Ah, it is not a cork stopper. It's an actual plastic piece. So that's interesting. They really should have done this from the start. The corks had a tendency to fall off. I know it seems like I tapped a lot in there, but this isn't even halfway through the container, so. And that is sealed now, so that's nice. I think I might still have some resin on my fingers from opening the cauldron. Gotta get rid of that off my hands. I've learned my lesson from the flesh-eating slug repellent that the bottle all of a sudden became opaque and snowy, because I think I still had residual resin on my fingers when I was touching the bottle. So, ooh, very nice coloration. I like the metallic look of it. Let's get on to lore, shall we? Murtlap Essence. Murtlap Essence is a potion, or rather concentrate, much like the leech juice from the earlier set. It is made up of chopped, pickled, and stewed Murtlap tentacles. The Murtlap essence itself is only mentioned in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, when after his detention with Umbridge, where she forced him to write lines with the blood quill, when he returned to Gryffindor Tower, Hermione gave Harry a bottle of this and told him to put it on his wound, and it would stop the bleeding and lessen the swelling of his inflamed "I will not tell lies" on his hand. Later on in that same book, Harry mentions it to Lee Jordan after seeing Lee Jordan also having blood quill related scarring or bleeding, saying that it would help. And also in Order of the Phoenix, somebody suggests that the Weasley brothers give it to their testers when they're trying out their skeeving snack boxes to get rid of the boils, the facial boils that one of their fever fudge, that's what it is, their fever fudge gives to the testers to treat those boils. So it seems to be very similar to just an analgesic anti-inflammatory, probably in much the same way that you can pop open a liquid ibuprofen capsule and put it on, let's just say, a particularly bothersome pimple, and it will not only stem the bleeding, because it does have a kind of strange, not antiseptic and not styptic. What's the word I'm looking for? Not analgesic. Astringent. It has an astringent quality that essentially causes your skin to pucker. And the ibuprofen in liquid, the jelly in the ibuprofen capsule, immediately starts lessening the inflammation of the surrounding tissue. So I would assume that Murtlap Essence is the Wizarding World's equivalent to that. I don't know if it has antiseptic qualities. We never actually have any kind of lore or discussion in the books, or really anywhere in the expanded universe, as to whether the Wizarding World has antiseptic, ever. It's never mentioned in any of the times Harry is in the hospital ward. The Wizarding World seems much more heavily invested in getting rid of the gross bodily reaction, boils, cuts, bleeding, and less interested in germs. Maybe they're still prevailing in a 17th, 18th century concept that germs don't exist. I mean, they must have some notion of antiseptic, but we just never have it mentioned. So it's possible that Murtlap Essence has an antiseptic quality to it. Just the moment, let's just talk about Murtlaps in general. I was under the impression from reading that they were a plant. I think maybe I had in my mind the venomous tentacula that Neville takes care of in the books, but it is not a plant. It is apparently an animal. It is a weird, ratty, mole-looking thing that has tentacles spreading from its back. And apparently, Murtlap Essence is you cut off those tentacles. I don't know if you kill the Murtlap itself, but you harvest the tentacles, no matter what they are. You chop some of them up, and then they are distilled in some kind of medium. I'm going to assume some kind of alcohol-based medium in order to distill and make some kind of tincture. It's debatable whether there's any magic involved in it, aside from the element of it coming from a magical animal. I don't think there's like a particular spell used for it. It really is just stewed, pickled, and distilled Murtlap tentacle pieces suspended in liquid that is then given to you in a bottle, and you just like smear it or dot it on your injury, and it will stop bleeding and lessen the inflammation. That sounds just as barbaric as leech juice to me, so whatever, Wizarding World, whatever. Just a weird little final addendum here, that the tentacles that are coming out of the Murtlap's back are called growths. And that apparently when they are pickled, they increase your resistance to jinxes. Although apparently eating too much pickled Murtlap tentacle makes you grow purple air hair. So that's always something fun to think about. And apparently getting bitten by the animal is usually not serious, but reactions could be, do include sweating, twitching, and flames out of the anus. So, once again, just a great magical animal to have just lying around your school. So this is done. So the next ingredient that it says that we should add are these little, they look like little twigs, but I believe that these are supposed to be the Murtlap tentacles. It's never really explicitly stated whether Murtlap's tentacles have any kind of skeleton. I don't know if you can see that, but they just look like branches. It's possible that these are not twigs and they are the stewed, pickled, condensed tincture skeletal pieces of Murtlap tentacles. I don't even know how to qualify that. For the sake of what Miniverse has given us, these just look like twigs, and so maybe this is like witch hazel. Maybe this is the astringent in the liquid that closes the wounds. We're going to put 3 in. They only give you 5. And they look like they are the exact same twig twice, and then a different kind of twig for the other 3. This is, we're breaking with whatever kind of in-universe concoction Miniverse is trying to do. These are clearly just twigs. For the sake of argument, let's just say that they're witch hazel twigs, or something that has an astringent quality and that will close the wound while the Murtlap soothes the skin. I'm grasping at straws here. I'm really just going off whatever Miniverse is telling us. I don't even think you'd need the funnel. You could have just poured this in just as easily because this container has such a wide mouth. I think we've gone in the opposite direction again. I think that they've given us a little too much resin here. So let's just finish pouring. Just this little droplet. We don't want to overfill. I think it would be nice to have a full container though. Now, I haven't cured this yet, but it's very clear that you can't really see the twig pieces in here. You just see the potion, really. Maybe I should have added less of the mica powder. Maybe it'll look different after it's cured. All right, so after 5 minutes curing underneath the gel light, we have a solid potion. Now, as I'm looking at it, I really do not see the branches. I see little indications of the branches here and there where they're displacing the resin, but I really just see purple. In retrospect, I think that I should have added less of the purple powder. I think I added way too much because it should have been opaque, and so you could see the little branch pieces in there, but right now they're just gone. So we will cap that. Very nice. Also before I do that, I just want to show you, there are a lot of bubbles here. It was essentially like almost boiling in the container. There are bubbles all around the rim of the resin on the inside of this. So when you put the cover on, you don't see them anymore. So let's just continue on like that, shall we? Now the last step is to put this paper label for potions on it. And there you have it. Here is our finished Murtlap essence. Now, at the end of the day, I don't really know what I have to say about this, really. I don't see the branches. That's my own fault, I'm sure. It's very nice. I like it. It's a very vibrant purple. It just kind of looks like purple shampoo, though. I would say, on the whole, I actually did like this set. I really like the container. Once again, I think the container can make or break a potion. This one is just different enough from all the other ones that we've done that it's instantly recognizable as what it is. And it's different from anything else that we've done. And I really like it. I like the fact that it clips together really, really firmly. The gum label is a very nice understated little decoration to it. It's very nice. I actually really like it. I really like the color to it. I have a preference for purple. I like the scintillating magical glitter look to it. It almost looks like galaxy slime, like those Aaron's crazy slime containers. Like I said, if I were to do this again, I would add less colorant to it, less of the mica powder, just so the resin would be see-through and the resin would be translucent enough for you to see those little twig pieces in it. But as it stands right now, I don't see hide nor hair of them, really. On the whole, I really enjoyed it. It was a simple build. I enjoyed sharing the lore with you. Please let me know if the lore is something that you're enjoying. Currently, the only series that I'm doing lore for is this series and the series that I'm doing with Chrissy, the Harry Potter Honeydukes series. I did one video for the Lord of the Rings Miniverse sets for the rare translucent sting, and I did a lore section on that. But let me know if that's something you guys enjoy, and I'll do more of it, I guess. But that's really it. This is not flashy, but it does look very nice for our second to last potion in this series. I know MGA is coming out with some brand new Harry Potter stuff, so that will continue on this channel. I know that I don't believe Chrissy has any interest in doing the Harry Potter lifestyle balls with the Monster Book of Monsters or the Quidditch chest or anything like that, so it'll probably be up to me to do those. But I've enjoyed doing this series, and I'm really excited to do Wolfsbane, because I think that that is a potion that has lore that we can really sink our teeth into. That's it for me tonight. If you enjoyed this content and you enjoy what we do here on this channel, please think about liking the video, sharing it if you would, and subscribing to the channel so you'll know when the next video comes out. I've been Phantom. This has been The Shelves Have Eyes. Have a good night, y'all.